Hello students, hope all of you are fine. Today we are going to solve exercise 5 from Creative Writing book 5. So we start our lesson. This is page number 47 from your book. Here is a part. We can begin writing a story in different ways. Below are some distinct ways we can introduce a story. Read the example given for each question, then write a piece on your own. 1. Introducing a story using the element of weather. A. The sun was like a huge fireball hanging in the sky. There was no wind. All the plants on the hill took the brunt of the heat, drooping their heads and hands. B. The sound of the wind was like a hollow laughter of a ghost. Sand was flying about, sometimes going as high as 10 meters. There were some plants firmly stood in the ground. 2. Introducing a story by describing a scene. A. A beautiful sight held my eyes. Colorful flowers attracted beautiful butterflies and bees which danced around them. B. The group of people sat together in the park. It was a curious sight. Because they were involved in some planning, they looked tense as they were worried about current situation. 3. Introducing a story by describing the atmosphere. A. A lady rushed into the meeting room, much to the surprise of everyone. Everybody stared at her. Looking around, the lady broke the solemnness of the meeting with the question, "Why?" B. The shop was quiet with only a few customers in it. At that moment, a loud crash was heard and two people began to shout at each other. 4. Introducing a story using sound. A. Ping pong, ping pong. The sound seemed to come from the kitchen. Linda woke up with a start. She sat upright in her bed. The next sound was louder. Pong. She nearly jumped out of her skin. B. Tap, tap, tap. It sounded like the regular tapping of a bird's beak on a window. Tom drew the curtains and peered out. It was a beautiful bird knocking at the window pane. 5. Introducing a story by describing a place. A. There was a swimming pool complex opposite Greenridge Road. It had a big and splendid pool. Usually it was crowded, but the day Lucy went there, it was quiet. What happened? Lucy felt curious. B. The fish farm at Mansfield Road was a popular spot for local and tourists. There were varieties of fish. There were different sections for each kind of fish. The smell of water was overpowering. 6. Introducing a story by describing a character. A. In front of the balcony, an old man with a long beard sat in an armchair. The wrinkles on his face spoke of a hard life he had. His flushed face told us that he had just drunk a lot. He stared blankly in the distance with an album in his hands. B. The young boy sat alone in the corner. He had short brown hair and fair complexion. He was sitting on a bench. There were two dimples on his cheeks that showed when he smiled. He was playing with his toy car. B. Look at the pictures carefully. Write a short story based on the pictures by describing clearly what the girl did. Give your story a suitable title. Here we have some pictures, and according to that picture we have to make a story. The title of the story is An Experiment. Jane stared curiously at the fish in the fish bowl. It seemed so light, swimming about noiselessly in the water. She wondered how heavy it was. Her mother shook her head and asked to find answer herself. So Jane placed the weighing scale and took out fish and placed it onto the weighing scale. It slipped suddenly. Then she put a ball filled with water on a weighing scale to find out the weight of the ball and the water. Then she transferred the fish from the fish ball to the ball. The needle on the weighing scale rose and she took notice of the new weight. C. An old man who lived in a village had a farm with many chicks on it. A dog is the only companion to the old man. Nearby the village lived a fox. Read what happened one day when the old man decided to leave the dog in charge of his farm. Old man, Jackie, I would be going to the city to visit one of my relatives. I want you to keep watch over the chicks while I'm gone. Make sure they are well taken care of. Dog, I have served you for so many years. Go along. Trust me, I will do a good job. Old man, I am glad to hear that. Goodbye. Dog, take care. Goodbye. The fox happened to see the old man on the way to the city. He thought it was a good chance for him. He was sure he was able to get his paws on the helpless chicks. With that thought, he ran as quickly as he could to the village. When he reached the farm, he saw Jackie, the dog. Fox, Jackie, it is hard for you to look after so many chicks. Can I help you? Dog, no, I believe you harbor no good intentions. Fox, I have turned over a new leaf. Take 3 days to test me. Dog, since you have made up your mind to be good, I shall give you a chance. Now go to the well and fill a vat with water until it is full. Fox, yes, although the fox detested the walk, he did as the dog said. Very soon he returned with a vat filled with water. Dog, you have done a good job. It is late. Let's have dinner. Here is a bone for you. Fox, please give me some vegetables to go with the bone because I am very hungry. Dog, there they are. Help yourself. The next day they got up early for breakfast. Dog, after breakfast you can carry the grains to the hen house and feed them. I will be watching you. The fox did as he was told. Jackie watched the fox, pleased with his behavior. Dog, well done, Fox. The third day passed. The fox passed all the tests. Dog, you passed all the tests. You are really a helper. Fox, thank you. Dog, we can take turns to look after the chicks. You will be on duty in the daytime and I will take over at night. Fox, no problem. On his first day of duty, the fox carried out his plan. Fox, I shall eat a chicken and put a dummy to replace it. Jackie will not find out. That night, Jackie made sure all 10 chicks were accounted for. Dog, 1, 2, 3, 4. The number of chicks is right. The next day, the fox became bolder. Fox, Jackie did not notice the missing chick. Today I shall eat 5 and make 5 dummies. That night, Jackie faithfully counted the chicks. Dog, 1, 2, 3, 4. The chicks are all here. Tomorrow my owner will be back. He will be pleased. The next day, the old man returned to the farm. Old man, why is the fox here? Jackie, why are you sleeping in the day? Dog, the fox is doing his duty now. Old man, I had better check on my chicks. Jackie, where are my chicks? These are all dummies. Dog, what? But I count them every night. Old man, the fox has escaped. All my chicks have been eaten by the fox. You are fired, Jackie. Use the conversation in the play to write a story about the three characters. The old man was willing to leave his chicks in the care of his dog, Jackie, for a few days. When the fox saw the old man leaving, he immediately went in the farm to try his luck. He persuaded Jackie that he wanted to help him to look after the chicks. Jackie was hesitant at first as he did not believe the sly fox. Finally, he agreed to put the fox to the test for the next 3 days. The fox did as he was instructed to do. However, Jackie became too trusting. On the other hand, the scheming fox replaced each chick that he ate with a dummy. But Jackie counted without realizing. The old man realized that and fired Jackie at once. Write the moral of the story. The moral of the story is a leopard never changes its spots. D. Read the following paragraph. Think of two different ways to end your story. Describe the ending. Lucy and her three friends were playing in the forest. Lucy took her little dog along with her. The children planned to play hide and seek. They began to look for the best places to hide. After many hours of fun, the children suddenly realized that they were deep in the forest. It was getting dark. It was time to go home, but they could not find the way back. They were lost. Creative ending 1. The four children turned to the dog for help. The dog made few wrong turns. They were so frightened. However, when they were about to give up, the dog turned left and they stepped out of the dark interior of the forest. Creative ending 2. One of the girls climbed a tall tree to see if she could locate the route out of the forest. Peering through the leaves, she saw a lake. She called out excitedly to her friends to tell them that she had found the way out. Following her direction, they walked down the path. They boarded on the board and they boarded on the boat and crossed the lake. E. Stretch your imagination by listing out several things that you can think of that are connected with the following abstract drawing. For example, 1. A flying seagull over the sea. 2. A chain of meandering mountain ranges. 3. The heartbeat of a patient in a hospital. 4. Waves crashing onto the land. 5. A ribbon on a present. 6. The edge of a towel. Out of the 6 ideas listed above, choose the one you like best. Write a story about it in at least 200 words. Give your story a suitable title. The title of the story is The Hospital Stay. Beep, beep, beep came the regular rhythm on the machine. Jasmine stared anxiously at the young lady lying unconscious on the bed. Suddenly, the beeping on the machine became faster. She hurriedly ran outside to call someone for help. The doctor and nurses surrounded the lady. Jasmine was crying loudly. Suddenly, the regular beeping on the machine could be heard again. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Jasmine looked cool and calm. The doctor told him, the doctor told her what happened to her mother for a while, but they had managed to revive her. However, she was brain dead, and the only thing that was keeping her alive was the machine. Jasmine sat by her mother's bedside for a long time. She could not believe that an accident could cause so much damage. Thanks for listening. For new videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you like my videos, please share and like.